what is going on with emerging market stocks? Have they bottomed, or is this more of a trend that we can expect to continue?
I think it will depend on how events in Turkey play out. So we've seen a rally in Turkey. They announced a number of technical measures, and the market's waiting to see whether they will have some more orthodox economic measures that are announced. Now, that's a very small part of EM equities. The bigger attention will be the China story and whether some of the discussions on trade result in progress where some of this heightened rhetoric is taken down a notch.
Lisa?
Yeah, well, we really have a neutral view on emerging market equities, and the reason why it is just a more difficult environment overall. Obviously, there's a global tightening on the horizon. The U.S. has already started. Other countries have signaled potentially following that, and that is just making it a more difficult environment. And then you have within that a very diverse set of economies, right? And you have particular areas like Turkey where there are some hot spots of concern. I think really as to whether this presents an interesting opportunity to enter is something that needs to continue to be evaluated. If you look at the macro backdrop in general, what you're seeing is really a mixed dashboard of indicators, but again, there may be some individual opportunities. So this is something we continue to look at.
So no doubt the safe haven of the last few days, aside from treasuries, was the dollar and the U.S. And my question being is much longer can the U.S. outperform if the other global assets get hit? If you come inside the Bloomberg, you can see it. I mean, you have the MSCI world is the blue. If you back out the U.S., that's the white line. Joyce, what do you think?
Well, I think everybody will be looking at dollar strength because dollar strength will take a toll on earnings in the U.S. So the U.S. has been outperforming from a GDP perspective, but the dollar strength will continue to hurt U.S. companies on the earnings side. So will some of the discussions on trade ratchet down a notch, and that will actually alleviate some of these concerns?